Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to share a timeless story from a deep green forest filled with lessons we can all learn from. So gather around and let's dive into the tale of a very special fox. In this sprawling, sun-dappled forest, there lived a fox who wasn't quite like the others. While his friends were content with their daily routines, our fox was bursting with curiosity. He had a thirst for adventure that no berry or rabbit chase could ever quench. He wanted to see what lay beyond the familiar shadows of the great oak trees. One sweltering afternoon, the sun beat down mercilessly. Hunger gnawed at the fox's belly, and his adventurous spirit led him further than ever before, right to the edge of the forest. There, nestled in a valley, was a human village. His stomach rumbled with a mix of hunger and excitement. Cautiously, he tiptoed into the village, his senses on high alert. He found himself in a washerman's backyard, a place filled with strange smells and large, mysterious tubs. These tubs were brimming with colorful water, vibrant blues, radiant reds, and sunny yellows used for dyeing clothes. As the curious fox peered into a deep blue tub, disaster struck. The village dogs, with their keen noses, spotted the intruder. A chorus of loud, aggressive barks erupted, sending a jolt of pure terror through him. Without a second thought, he leaped into the nearest tub to hide, plunging into the cool, inky blue water. The dogs, confused by his sudden disappearance, sniffed around for a moment before trotting off, convinced they had chased him away. When the coast was clear, the fox scrambled out of the tub, shaking the water from his fur. But as he glanced down at his paws, his heart stopped. He wasn't the familiar reddish-brown fox he knew. He was blue. A brilliant, shocking, impossible shade of blue from the tip of his nose to the end of his bushy tail. Panic set in. What would the other animals think? How could he ever go back? But then, as the panic subsided, a glint appeared in his eye. This fox, remember, was exceptionally clever. A daring idea, a truly audacious plan, began to form in his mind. This blue coat wasn't a disaster, it was an opportunity. He held his head high, puffed out his chest, and marched back into the forest with an air of newfound importance. The jungle fell silent as he entered. A deer munching on leaves froze mid-chew. Monkeys stopped their chatter and stared from the branches. Even the mighty lion, the proud tiger, and the wise old elephant stopped in their tracks. They had never, ever seen a blue animal before, let alone a blue fox. Who was this magnificent, otherworldly creature? Fear and awe rippled through the animal kingdom. Sensing their confusion, the fox stopped and spoke in a deep, commanding voice he'd never used before. "Do not be afraid," he announced, his voice echoing through the trees. "I have been sent by the great gods above. They have appointed me as your new king, to rule over this forest and bring you peace and prosperity." The animals, completely bewildered by his appearance and his confident tone, believed every word. They bowed their heads in respect. A blue fox sent by the gods. It had to be true. And so the clever fox became the king of the forest. Life was good now. Life was fantastic. He no longer had to hunt for his food. The best fruits and tastiest morsels were brought to him daily. The lions and tigers, once the rulers, now acted as his personal guards. All the animals served him, eager to please their divine king. He would sit on a throne made of woven vines and moss, enjoying the power and the endless supply of delicious meals. He had successfully tricked them all. But, as we all know, true colors eventually show one evening, as the full moon cast a silvery glow over the forest. The king sat on his throne, feeling quite pleased with himself. Suddenly, a familiar sound drifted through the night, aired the sound of a pack of foxes howling at the moon. It was a sound he knew deep in his bones, a call of his people. Before he could stop himself, an instinct stronger than any royal decree took over. He threw back his head and let out a loud, long howl, joining his distant brothers in their nightly song. The silence that followed was deafening. The other animals stared, their eyes wide with disbelief. That sound, it wasn't the voice of a divine king. It was the unmistakable howl of an ordinary fox. The illusion was shattered in an instant. The blue fur was just a disguise. He wasn't a God-sent ruler. He was just one of them, a trickster who had made fools of them all. Anger surged through the crowd. Roars and growls filled the air as the animals, feeling betrayed and furious, chased the blue fox out of the forest, never to be seen again. This story teaches us a valuable lesson. It's always best to be true to yourself. Pretending to be someone you're not might bring temporary rewards, but your true nature will always reveal itself in the end. Honesty and authenticity are the true crowns to wear. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more stories like this. See you next time.